Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to Rowena May Inspired. My name is Kelly, and here's our pals, Mr. Wilby, Miss Pickles, and little baby Wilby Pickles. And if you're seeing that red live button at the top, that means you're catching us live, and I hope you are, because we are crafting today with the Stand Tall Crafting Group. And poor Miss Donna over here, she's just finishing up. I'm coming on a little bit early because Miss Donna is very sick. Poor thing, she really battled through. She is very sick, and you can tell. And she pushed through. She didn't want to let anybody down. So I came on 15 minutes early so that she can go rest her voice and go rest herself and get healthy so she can be healthy for the holidays. So here I am. Come on in. Yep, she just jumped off. So here we are. A little bit early today, but that's okay. That's okay. So you're going to get me a little bit longer, okay? You might get me a lot longer than you anticipate. Depending on how it goes for Miss Jenny coming home from work. We'll see. I could be writing this out for a while. Hello, Miss Sparky and Miss Krista and Miss Marilyn and Mr. John. Happy Thursday. Thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate you. So, you know, I have these moments, you know, I'm a ding dong, I really am. Hello, Miss Kathy. Hello, welcome in. I got home from work. So, like, right before I left work, they sent out an email saying, you know, we could situational telework tomorrow because the weather, we've been really warm here and it melted, but it's supposed to get really cold now. So it could be ice, right? So they're like, if you want to telework is allowed if it's needed, right? Thank you for sprinkling. So I was getting my computer. We had our Christmas party today and, you know, at work and just all the things. And I'm walking out the door and I remembered, oh, I left my lunch bag in the refrigerator. I don't go back to work now for 2 weeks. You're so welcome, Miss Donna. You rest up. So I'm like, I left my lunch bag in the refrigerator. It has food in it that needs to be thrown away. I took some dessert that needed to be refrigerated, you know, it was called peanut butter melt-aways, so it would be fine staying out, but as it gets warm, it gets kind of melty, because it's called peanut butter melt-aways, so I had them back in the refrigerator, and I forgot about them, so I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot that. Then I get home, and my stepdaughters came over, and I was sitting up there talking to them, and all of a sudden I get a message from Jenny, and she was like, just in case, can I stay on a little bit longer? And I was like, oh crap! I got a craft at 3:45, so Krista she would have had a fit. I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta go. I'm so sorry, I gotta go. Hello, Miss Jeanette from Arkansas. Okay, so I'm a ding dong. There's that. But I didn't have a craft planned, you know. That's how I roll around here. That's how I roll. So I got one planned now. Whew. I was like, oh my gosh, what if I would, because we have a clock that hasn't been, it's one of those ones, you know, that chimes and it's a pain in the butt to reset. So we kind of just let it ride out. We'll let it be an hour ahead for the 6 months and then it's right back to the right time. My husband's like, what time do you have to craft? I said, 3:45, and it was like, it looked like it was already 3:40. Whatever I said, it was like 4:45. I don't know. 4:45. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, hello, Mr. Wayne. How are you, friend? Hello, Miss Kathy. Oh, quiet there, peanut gallery. Okay, so that's my husband I'm talking to. If you're wondering, if you see the Blake Hudson on there, that's my husband. You're trying to watch TV. You can go to the other end of the house. I mean, there's that. My husband didn't have to work today because he's already on his vacation, so he's a little sassy. It's a little sassy. Okay, you guys. Do you love my naughty and nice shirt or nice shirt? I break this out and wear it probably once a year. Mother made me this. She made my cousin Jackie and myself one of these. And my grandpa Les, which was my mom's dad, he had one that said bah humbug. And we have a picture of the three of us with these on. This shirt was made in probably the 90s, you guys. This thing is vintage. This is a vintage naughty or nice sweatshirt, and I wear it about once a year. So I wore it today to work because it was our Christmas party. You thought it was 4. Well, normally it would be, which would be 5 o'clock my time, but we didn't change the the graphic was giving Krista issues to change it. So I just I'm coming on early. You have 2 clocks that don't change because it's too hard to get them. I know. By the time you change them, it's probably time to go back. So yeah, I know. I hate that. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on, my apron on, because I want to protect my naughty or nice shirt, you know, because it is cross-stitched. Mother is a cross-stitch guru. But if you look close, okay, I should have showed you before, but if you look at the tree has like beads on it and like a little sparkly little whatever for the star, and then it's got a ribbon. You guys, this is, I don't even hand wash this. I hurt my back taking care of the house. I just vacuum and mop the house for you. So my husband went outside to use what's it called, a roof rake, to get some of the snow off our roof, and he stepped on something and he fell and hurt his back, and his back is bad anyway, so he's like, oh great. And when he says he vacuum and mop the floor, we have a robot vacuum, so he pushes a button on his phone and it just does it. So don't let him act like he's all like, oh, I vacuum and mop the floor, oh my gosh. Hello, Mother. Okay, so I think for this project, I'm debating. Hello, Miss Liz. It's either frosted leaves or moss. Let me take a look at the frosted leaves and see. I think frosted leaves would be a nice color for this project. So we're going to do a little bead painting. Okay, I have I think 14. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 14. Now, I may have too many, but I was trying to gauge out how many I was going to need, and I'm not good with math. Still vacuum and mop the house, so it counts. Okay, fine. Whatever. Whatever. I was talking to two of his old coworkers. Well, I don't know. Did you work with? Yeah, he did. 2 of his old coworkers today during our luncheon, and I was telling him how, you know, he says he vacuums and mops, and one coworker has a Rosie as well, so she was kind of chuckling that he's like, I vacuum and mop. When, you know, it's so tedious. But you know what? He says he vacuums and mops, but guess who puts the fresh water in the mop and who changes the dirty water? I am. He'll say, is the mop ready to be used? What kind of deal is going on around here? I don't know. I mean, I should be able to push the button too. I don't have the vacuum on my phone. He has it programmed in his, which is fine with me, but oh lordy Lou. So is everybody ready for Christmas? I almost have everything I need. There's just a few things I need to get still some things waiting to arrive. But I need to wrap. Hello, Miss Sherry. How are you, friend? I need to wrap. My daughter-in-law said she'd come wrap, but that's a lot to put on her too, because she's got the baby to deal with. So I just don't know what I think I told you guys that we got the two boys got. So between my husband and I, we have 2 boys and 3 girls. No, 2 boys. How many kids do we have? 2 boys and 2 girls. Oh my God, how many kids do we have? Okay, 2 boys, 2 girls, and a daughter-in-law. Okay, so there's 3 girls total. That's why I had 3. I'm like, wait, we don't have 5 kids. But we have my daughter-in-law. We have 3. Haven't bought 1 gift. Now, are you not buying? I mean, is that because you're just not, or you just are like, I like to live on the edge and I'll do it at the 11th hour? I mean, I don't know. It's getting really people-y out there. Oh shoot. So anyway, the 2 boys got rifles for hunting this year, so we had to equally compensate the girls. So there's a lot of present buying because, you know, they wanted, a couple of them got some bigger items, but still, it's not cheap for the rifle. So I have a lot of gifts, and I'm like, I think I'm just gonna throw them all in a box and maybe just wrap them in tissue paper, and they can just open one box and then open the tissue paper. It won't take as long. I don't know. Of course, my daughter-in-law's like, No, it'll be so fun to watch. I'm like, no, the rest of the people are going to be like, oh my gosh, how many more does she have? No, I am. I usually have up wrapped, but I have been busy to shop. Oh, Amazon is amazing. Amazon is your friend. It really is. I don't know why I put that paint away because I'm not done with it. This is just the beads. Anyway, this isn't full coverage. If you guys can see, it's not, but I was just about to blow away all my stuff that was not good. All right, so we'll get these dried, and I think that they can sit here and continue drying while we press on with our... I have a skewer, and I think I'm going to paint that as well because you'll probably see it a little bit. You'll probably see it. Whoops. You guys, I left, where did the brush go I was just using? I left, was this the brush I was just using? No. Where did it go? Oh, I dropped it. I left some brushes down here. So there's a couple of brushes. We're expecting a great, oh, that's exciting. I did 99% of my shopping from your recliner. Mother, that's the best place for Mother. Just shop from her recliner. As long as she remembers who she bought it for when it gets there. Sometimes she forgets. She's like, oh, I don't know if I bought this. Well, in her defense, she was medicated the one time that she forgot that she ordered something and she tried to get me to return it and realized it was somebody's gift. I left about, 6-ish brushes down here. They're a little stiff. I'm like, oh, I forgot to take those brushes up the other day. That's where I bought the one gift from Amazon. For sure everything else is going to be gift. Oh, you know what? You can't go wrong with gift cards. I mean, I worked with a lady one time who was just like appalled by gift cards. She's like, it's so inconsiderate. Like, you didn't put any thought into it. Okay, well, how about I put the thought into, here, I'm going to give you a gift card and you can go put the thought in what you want. Like, I mean, I thought it was fine. I thought it was fine, but she just liked to wrap all her presents, and she would have all her stuff bought by, I swear, like before Thanksgiving, probably before Halloween, and she would have that tree up and looking like it was going to be displayed in the Better Homes and Gardens catalog, perfectly wrapped, everything standing up. If I can get the presents under the tree before Christmas Eve, I'm good. Hello, Miss Melissa, how are you? All right, so we're gonna get this skewer dried up. I had to figure out what I did with my skewers. I was like, what the heck? Now, I'm just putting that aside because we're still gonna need that. We're still gonna need it. So we have a base here, okay? So wait, that's the thing no one tells me. Oh. Well, that's you're right. You're right. If they don't tell you, that's what you're getting, right? Okay, so this is a little wood slice I had in my stash. It's like the only one I had because I drilled a hole in it for a bigger dowel. And then I realized that's not going to work. So I found, I didn't have this other one of this size. So I got a little chunkier one and I drilled the skewer size hole in it, okay? It's already been drilled in it. So we'll end up like stacking these. So it's just going to be kind of stacked on it. But I'm going to take some Java. I think I'll take Java, or I'll just take some antique wax. Oh my. Oh my. We're running down the sides. You know, I didn't take pictures. I made ornaments. Shoot, I don't think I took any pictures. I made ornaments for my coworkers. And they were the stinking coolest ornaments. I gave them to them. I don't have any left here. Darn it. I'll have to, I thought about it because I ordered this bag off from Amazon. This is all like that velvet ribbon. A really pretty velvet ribbon. You can get this. This wasn't even like $10. There's all this velvet ribbon in here. It was so pretty on there. They were snowflake ornaments that I had their names. I went on my laser and I like engraved their names and I stained the top layer was like, looks like a snowflake, and maybe I have one over here. I feel like I had one that broke that I threw away, but I don't know if I can find it. Because I had to remake it. Because right here. So it looked like This is all broken, okay? Do not judge, okay? So the top points, this was my coworker Angie, and hers broke because it was like this right down here. There was like a little piece, and it we're like kind of like this. Watch, it just kind of like really just right off. Came off a lot easier than that. Anyway, this was the center, and then there was like a solid piece. So I stained all these, and then I darkened their names so you could see it a little better. And then all the backgrounds were their like favorite color. So that one's in the trash. I knew I had one that I had to keep putting my hand in that. Hello, Miss Beverly. Well, hello. Hello, friends. How are you? Okay, Bernice. I was trying to think of Bernice's name real quick. It just left my head. I'm like, hello, Miss BB Crafts. Bernice. Miss Bernice. All right. So anyway, that was fun to give out some nice little ornaments that they're very pretty. Very pretty. And I made my husband and I one that just said Hudson on it, and I put it on our tree. I'm like, I thought it was really pretty. I thought about making more, but they're a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie. It takes a little time to do all that. And I did one round and then I didn't like it because I was gonna paint the top layer, and I'm like, no, I don't like that. So I decided to stain the wood first. And then, because it's a water-based stain, I stained it, and then I had my laser, like, engrave it, and it worked perfect. Then I didn't have to worry about, you know, using the baby wipe and, like, because that's how I broke, you know, like, these little pieces are they're so fragile that you gotta kind of be careful. So I thought if I just stain it ahead of time, I won't have to be all rough on it. I won't have to be so rough. Okay, let's try this. So these are just going to stack. This is going to be our base. Let me get it dry. Get it dried up. I've never made this before, so we'll see how this goes, okay? I told you, I didn't have a plan put together, and I almost forgot that I had to be on early, and I was like, oh, lordy Lou. What am I thinking? Because I'm not. Miss Giselle, did I say hi to you? I saw you pop on, and then I didn't say hi to you. Okay, I'm going to get that good and dried because I have to glue the two pieces together. That's looking pretty good. Alright, now I'm going to dry this one. This is going to be the top piece. This is like a little birch. The bottom piece isn't really birch. This top piece is. Well, hello, Miss Patty. All right, that doesn't have to be so dry. Okay, let me put oh no, some stick fast, some hold me now. Wait, no, that's the hot glue. Forgot. Miss Michelle says hold me now is, stick fast is hold me later, I think. This is hold me now. Oh, shoot. Okay. It doesn't really matter where that is because that hole that's underneath there's no point to that hole really because that was my first try. Hello, Miss Michelle. I was just talking about you with your hold me now. I like the stick fast. I just got this. It's like the thicker. It says it's thick, but it's not very thick. At least that's what I think. Yeah, it does say thick underneath that sticker. It's not very thick though, and it smells like super glue. It's really kind of. But I use it for those ornaments. You kind of need a little fine tip and something that, like I use the B7000 a lot, but that was a little bit a better option. Now I think all right, let me put a little of that little tip should go right on that. We'll put that skewer right in there. Yeah, there we go. We can just do that because that skewer is pretty tight anyway. We just want it to hold it. So we're going to stick that down in here. Okay. Good to go. It's our Charlie Brown tree. It's Charlie Brown tree. We're going to create a tree here. I haven't done this before, okay? So just keep that in mind when it might not work out. When it might not work out. Okay, so we have approximately 10 layers to this tree. Okay, these are hymnal pages out of my little old. I didn't steal this from Mother's Church. This is the popular hymnal that I think I got it from I think this is one that came from Metropolis when we went down, dated 1918. Okay, so it's okay to use old books for crafting. When I went to that craft show last week, we were having a conversation about that. And then I think the lady at the booth that I was at that made some really cool, like, square cut pieces of books, and she was like, yeah, there was a lady that used to work at a library and she took the books. I'm like, I know the lady you're talking about, because she was at a craft show. She used to take the old books that were getting ready to be thrown away, and she did the book stacks and like stamped on the side. You know how you do the book stacks. So I'm like, I know who you're talking about. I don't know her, but I just remember that same story. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one's right here. I'm going to separate that. 10. So I took like this base, and it's kind of big, okay? It's kind of big. The base was this thing that I bought this from. I think this came from Miss Jenny from Studio J Company. So this base was this circle, okay? And then I just went around finding circles. Like this one was this old cream cheese jar that I have something in. I don't know. This was maybe the tape. Maybe the tape. I don't even know. And then I used like the top of this. For the little one, I used this one. I just looked around my space here and was like, okay, one of them was this ribbon. So I just grabbed to get different sizes and kind of graduating either up or down. I started with the bigger ones, so I would say down. So there are 5 layers, or like 5 pieces, or 5 sheets. There should be anyway. Let's see. Let's see if I counted right. Maybe I didn't count right on the first one. Good Lord. I thought there were 5 here. I think it's just sticking together. Yes. Okay, so there's 5 for each one. And I'm going to take this biggest one. It's going to take a little time. But we have time because we're on here at least until 5 Central, 6 Eastern. As long as Miss Jenny gets home from work. Okay, so there's 5 layers on each of these. Now, to cut these out, I use this little pair of, look at those little, you know, the old school scrapbook scissors that, I don't know, somebody either gifted to me or I got at a estate sale. I don't know. Sometimes these things come in things. So I was like, oh, I want a little bit different edge. So I grabbed that one. Now I also had this little like wavy edge I could have used, but I like that little edge I used on it because it gives it kind of like a little scrolly look. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do first, a little bit different than what I was thinking, but I think I'm going to do this first. I'm going to pull these over here. I'm going to start with the big ones, and I'm going to paint them. I'm not going to fully cover this, but I'm going to paint them just kind of, because I want to crinkle them, because we want to kind of make it, when you crinkle them, it'll give it a little texture and a little fullness to our tree. I don't know. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. that's my story. That's my plan anyway. So let's just lay these out here. Take a little paint. Just kind of go. I don't need to fully cover. it. We're just gonna you know, like that. And then I'll dry them, and then we'll crinkle them, and then all the things. So is anybody traveling for Christmas? Anybody got to go? And is anybody going like soon? Like, you know, like next week is like the Christmas week, right? So some people might leave early and take off to where they're going. I don't know. I mean, I just didn't get paint on my face. You know, like when the Griswolds had their Christmas, the family came early because remember they were there a few days before it was Christmas. Remember they had to open the little doors to the little house, the little Advent calendar. I gave you a bunch of those fancy. Maybe they came from Mother. Maybe she was the provider of those fancy little shears, scissors, skizzers. I don't know. It could be. Could very well be. My memory is not good. My memory is not good. Oh, shoot. All right. One more for the big stack. Now, I'm trying to figure out. Do you think if I don't think I really need to paint any on the bottom of it because you're not gonna see the bottom, right? I mean, we're gonna crinkle it a little bit, but it's still gonna be straight. So I don't think I'm gonna bother with the bottom. I don't think so. Like, whoops, a little heavy. So we had like I said, we had our little Christmas pizza party, salad, desserts. In the car, I can't hear you. Oh, you can't hear me? Oh, no! But they put out a flyer, like our admin put out a flyer that said we were going to have, on this day, we were going to have our, little Christmas little gathering, or holiday party, whatever you want to call it. And they were going to do, like, a door decorating contest, right? So the flyer said door decorating or decorating the area of your choice or whatever. So it was a little confusing because, like, okay, is it the door or the area you work? So the office across the hall, there's a gal and two guys that work in that office, and they got into it. They started decorating. They had tinsel. I've never seen so much tinsel. I thought I was back in the 70s. So much tinsel or is it tinsel when it's like, or garland? Maybe it's just garland. Because tinsel is like the stuff that hangs down, isn't it? So it was garland, but it was like the shiny garland. They had red, green, yellow, silver. I'm like, and then they had battery lights for days. They had a wreath with battery lights. Their desks were all battery lights. They had stuff hanging from the ceilings, which technically they should have been in violation of the fire code. Somebody should have called safety. No, just kidding. Disqualified them. But anyway, Tuesday, my boss asked if I was going to. I like that, you guys. My boss asked if I was going to be doing any, crafty decorating. And I was like, no, I'm still bitter from 2 years ago when I did all this work. And then the area I worked in, I wasn't there the day. And then the day they judged, and they were like, had a bee in their bonnet. And they were like, no, we don't want to be judged. We're disqualifying ourselves or whatever, whatever. And I was like, so we didn't even I did all this hard work and didn't even get judged. So then I came home and I was like, so the last couple nights I've made Chex Mix, because that's what I do, because I give it away for gifts, because people really like my Chex Mix. My husband's like, it's just a Chex Mix recipe. I'm like, I put a little twist on it. Just leave it alone. It's mine. Leave it alone. Hello, Miss Cheryl. How are you, friend? He doesn't complain because he's begging me for more Chex Mix, so apparently it's good. And I did bring him some home because I made another batch last night to take today, and then there was some left, so I brought it home for him. So I was nice to do that. But I've been busy. I made that peanut butter melt-away fudge stuff last night, or whatever they are, last night. Plus I did the Chex Mix. We ended up having Chinese for dinner, which I thought we can have leftover Chinese tonight. Or we have chicken and noodles. I mean, like chicken and noodles, like Amish chicken and noodles with mashed potatoes. We had those a couple nights ago. So there's plenty of food up there. Now I think about it. And I don't have to wonder what I'm going to have for dinner. Well, crud. Guess I'll watch the replay later. Well, shoot. Well, shucks. Well, we'll see how this turns out. You might not want to watch the replay. Just kidding. You really go. Hard pass on that one. Hard pass. So anyway, the one guy and gal across the hall, The one guy that works with him, he's kind of quiet. He's newer. Not real chit chatty. But the other two, the other gal and guy that are over there, they're super friendly and we're always talking and stuff. And they had their place all spruced up. So I stuck my head in their door yesterday and I said, house looks nice, Clark, because it was so lit up and like just the blinking lights. And so then I started calling him Griswold. And they actually, our director was the judge of the decorating. Miss Cheryl, I'm making a tree. We're making a tree. And we started out with this base and a skewer. And these are hymnal pages that are cut into circles. And we're just kind of like roughly painting them with our frosted leaves paint in different layers. And we're going to put them on there. We had Christmas Saturday with your daughter and family. This Sunday we're having it with Greg's daughter and family. Then we're done. Oops. Oh, nice. Nice. Okay. I just blew some of these across the thing. Great. Pay attention, lady. I'll end up with missing pieces because they're blown all over the floor. Well, we'll figure it out. So you've been busy already. Okay. So there's another. Let's do these couple. As they get smaller, it'll be easier to lay these out there. But it was nice. And then somebody brought a Jenga block game, like like Mother has one of these. They're like somebody cut like, I don't know, pieces of wood, and then you do the big huge Jenga block. Well, it was sitting up on the table, and Clark and we did a little competition. Clark was good. I let him win. Because he goes, okay. After we did it for a while and it was getting really teetery and nobody really wanted to get hurt and have to do like some sort of filing a mishap because somebody got blocks flown on them or whatever. Anyway, he goes, okay, if I pull this bottom one out and it doesn't fall over, I'll be the winner. I said, perfect, because I was ready to be done anyway, right? Hello, Miss Teddy Bear. So he pulls it out, and we're like, woohoo, you're the winner. And then along comes our director, he's been busy judging the rooms, and he steps up there and he pulls the other one out from the other side, and we're like, I don't think you won now, because he just showed you that you could. He pulled out one that was even it was teetering more than yours. So anyway, he did one more and it didn't fall. Well, no, he did one more and then he went to do the last one and it started to fall. So he was the winner. I let him win. Your husband's birthday is Sunday. So all 16 of us plus friends are for pizza and cake. Then this is your third son's house. Getting to, oh yes. It is a lot. It is a lot, isn't it? It is. Alright, stack that one there. Hopefully I can keep all these straight. Hopefully this looks cute. We'll see. We'll see. I'm looking forward to time off. I want to have Christmas. I love to get together with my family, my husband's family. But I'm just looking forward to time off. I don't have to go to work. Like, Mother and I are going, as long as the weather's good, hopefully everything's good, we're going to Shipshewana tomorrow. I'm only working for like 6 hours, and then we're going to go to Shipshewana and pick up some things. Make our last trip before the holidays down, so hoping that goes well. Excited about that. Well, thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate that. Ooh, notice it. Okay. Next group. What time is it? 5:18. Okay. I haven't heard anything from Miss Jenny yet. I don't know. Has anybody heard from Miss Jenny? I haven't seen her on here. I haven't heard if she's still. I guess Miss Krista will let me know if I need to stay on longer. Oh shoot, you just never know. Okay, try to pull this apart. let's see. So there's 5 of each size. I just took 5 pages. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't get this. Okay, there we go. There's 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 4, 5. Not 6, 7. It rained all day, and then we're supposed to get flash freeze. I know. Yes, that's exactly what we're getting here. That same weather up here, Miss Melissa, and that's why we brought my computer home to work from home tomorrow, so I don't have to. Because yeah, we've got a lot of there's standing water because it got into the 40s, and I might even did it get to 50? I don't know if it got to 50. Wasn't feeling that warm, but I think yesterday when I left, I mean the sun was out today, so I don't know what it got up to, but it got really warm. But, hello, Miss Lita. Oh, you're good, Miss Jenny. You're all good. Okay, good. All right. That gives us the idea. So it's 5:20. Okay. Good. Roads are good for Miss Jenny to make it home because she's up next. And we are the Stand Tall Crafting group. So, as I always say, if you're not in the Stand Tall Crafting group, why not, for one? And it's free. It's supposed to rain here, but so far so good. It's just raining a little, sprinkling, kind of an annoying little sprinkle this morning on my way to work. And of course, because I had to carry a big box in with a bunch of stuff in it, I didn't have a way to use an umbrella, so I didn't melt. Christmas time is exhausting, baking, decorating, shopping. It sure is. I just need to win that Powerball, that 1.5 billion Powerball, so that I can just hire people to buy all the gifts. I mean, or go shopping for me and wrap them. How's that? Or I could just get them on Amazon still and still have somebody wrap them. We went to that craft show last weekend, and there was, I think it was cheerleaders or, I don't know, pom-pom or something from the school that they were wrapping people. If there were gifts, they were wrapping gifts for people, for tips. My daughter-in-law goes, I should rent a booth at craft shows and just wrap wrap gifts. She was like, because she loves wrapping. I'm like, I never really thought about that. I'd never thought about it. I'm like, maybe you should. All right, here's our next layer. I know it's a lot of layers. It's a lot. But you gotta get through the process. Joy to the world. Look, we got joy to the world right there. Right there. We didn't even plan that. Didn't even plan that. Oh. Kind of get a little heavy-handed with the paint sometimes. It's a lot right there. Get a little heavy-handed. I like it. I like my stuff to look aged and distressed and vintage and rustic. Just give everyone money. If you just give everybody money if you would. Well, I thought we were talking about who was I talking to about that? I think it was my I only had one office mate today. I think we were talking about that. If you won, people coming out of the woodwork or whatever. But I think Michigan's one of those states where you don't have to. You don't have to give your name. For some states, I think you have to say who you are or whatever. I think it would be hard not to know because I'm going to be like, I quit. I think it's going to be hard not to know. I think y'all are going to know because I'm just going to be renting a billboard. Oh, the sun is shining. The sun is shining. Nice. I'm going to get a billboard. Oh, shoot. If I don't ever come on the craft page again, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, she must have won. She hasn't been crafting. No, because that's probably all I'm going to be doing is crafting. First of all, I'm going to get a she shed. We're going to build a big old she shed. We're going to hire people to organize it. I won't make Mother do it anymore. Oh, thank you. We're getting down there. Day 18 tonight. I think I'm gonna have to do some pre-records of those as we get going here, because there's gonna be some nights I'm real like busy, and I don't want to like not get it out. Sometimes I forget. Like the other day, I forgot to just post it. I did it, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot to post it. Oh yeah, see, that's my plan. I'm trying to retire. I'm eligible to retire until 20. Okay, make a note of this. February 14th, 2032. I'm out. I'm out. That's my date. That's my official, when I'm eligible. That's my official date. I'm out. No, I didn't clean. I haven't had time. I didn't do anything since Mother and I were down here. No. It's not cleaned. I mean, it's the same as it was. It's not bad. It's just, you can still see the floor. It's just not. First you have to buy that island house. I don't know. The taxes are really high in this area. I might have to move out of state. I might have to see, Miss Kathy, if I move, further south. It's your birthday? Oh yeah, that's right. It is your birthday. Well, in 6 years, I'm retiring on your birthday. Well, I mean, that's... And then my husband is eligible 3 months later, 2032. Yep. My husband is eligible May 14th, 2032. Yeah. And really, I'm like, that's not that far away. We're almost to 26. So exciting. No, I'm not trying to wish my life away. I just want... It's your 83rd birthday. Well, we're gonna have a party, because I'm out. I'm out. Honestly, I don't want to work a day longer. I don't want to work a day longer. I just don't want to work. Is that bad? I was talking to a coworker today. I'm like, I'll eat ramen. I don't. You should listen to it. Don't let her kid you. There's not that much floor show. Mother. Rude. There's a lot of floor show. She wasn't over here when it was really bad. I cleaned it up some. All right, we can do 2 because we're getting down here now. We can do 2 sizes on this. Oh, 73rd. I was kind of thinking 6 years, but I'm not judging. I'm not gonna question you. Oh shoot! Whoops, got a little heavy there. Got a little heavy on that one. Let me try to take some of that off that one. Whoops. Might have to flip that one over. It might be a little bit too much. A little bit too much. Miss Kathy setting Miss Debbie straight. We're not that old. We're not that old. All right. Now, forgot about these up here. Oh my goodness. Okay. That one got a little bit too much on that one too. Let me flip that over. Does anybody coupon? My boss has been doing a little coupon. I love following couponers. She's a ding dong. I love following couponers, and like I've only really done it once, but I love to like watch the whole process, and I keep wanting to do it. But my boss has been doing it with like getting laundry soap, and she's just so tickled of how it all works out, you know. I've been using the apps to, you know, like when I buy things to get money back. Like I bought my mascara the other day at Walmart. I had a coupon. I had a physical coupon that came in the mail, and I used it. And then I have on the Ibotta app, I got another $2 back. So it only cost me like, what was it, like $4 for my mascara? I say go as early as you can. I know. That's as early as I can. That is as early as I can. You like to watch them on TV? Oh, that... I used to love watching the extreme couponing, but I felt like we don't have stores around here that do that extreme couponing, you know, that, like, our Walmart or Meijer, this stuff doesn't just, yeah. I'm like, I don't even know. Mother and I took a couponing class. It was at our church years ago. All right, I think we're close, you guys. I think we're close. I think we're getting down to the last two late. And we still have a half hour. We're doing good. We're doing good. Okay, these are the little tiny ones, little tiny nuggets. Now, are there 5 here? I feel like there's 2 here. But the thing with these couponing things is I only really want to buy things I'm going to use. Like, I don't want to have to, I got enough, ask Mother, I got enough crap in this house. I don't, like toothpaste. Now, that's one thing I did learn just recently. You should never pay full price for toothpaste because there's always oral, they call it oral care. Oral care is always on sale. So you should never pay full price. So just so you know, like if you have a CVS, like it's usually, you know, on sale. So you should never be paying full price, which I buy mine usually at Walmart. So it's a little bit cheap. It's like the Crest whitening, but it's the Walmart brand. But now I'm thinking, no, I shouldn't even be doing that. I should be buying Crest from like CVS that's like got the coupons on it. Ah, I knew that was going to do that. Because it's like a lot of times they'll have buy 2, you know, get like $4 back or something like that, and then there's like another coupon with it, and so it ends up costing like 97 cents for 2. What does this say? I don't need bottles of detergent. Yeah, I mean, but like diapers, I'm gonna start looking at the deals for diapers for Ellie Lou, because I mean, we have some good deals on diapers and the wipes. Okay, I think this is our last bunch. So well, hello, daughter-in-law. We're making a tree. We haven't got that far yet. We had to paint all these little layers to this. It's a hymnal page tree, an old hymnal page. Pages. Yeah, we got a coupon for Ellie Lou's diapers. Because she's a pants pooper. She needs lots of diapers. Got to keep those babies coming. All right, I think we're good. Let's get these dried up, these last ones. And then we can start trying to figure this thing out. All right, are those all dry? Ooh, good estate sales this weekend. Woo! There's a phase 2 of, I don't know if there's going to be phase 3. I didn't go to phase 1. I don't know why I didn't. But this one has a lot of fabric. So I may be hitting up the fabric. We'll see. Okay, back to this is our base. We have the 2 pieces. Only had 2 because I drilled a hole in the first one and I needed a smaller hole, and there's that. She's good. We're both getting over. Yes, they were both sickies, so they're getting over their sickness. Now, let me do some, they said scrunch it up. I gotta be a little careful, right? Because it's gonna it's gonna crack a little bit, so I'm gonna be careful. So before I put that first one on, I gotta put a bead. Ugh. All right, you gotta put a bead down here, okay? Now we're gonna bring this bead up a little bit. We don't want it all the way down, so I'm gonna put a little hot glue on our skewer. Just go around the skewer. I can hold it. Now get up there. Put a little hot glue right where you want it. Go around it. Okay. Now put your bead on that glue, okay? And put it where you want it to hold it, okay? It pushed it a little bit, but that's okay. It's going to be pretty covered when we get our our little branches on here. Our little branches. So we're going to let that sit like that and dry. And then we're going to start putting these pieces. Try to find the center the best I can. Okay, we're going to slide this down. This is for our tree, okay? So gently, not too aggressively, because the paint gets a little stiff. Yeah, they're doing much better. They're doing much better. Thank goodness they got through that before. All right, so this is layer 1, because this is the bottom layer, okay? The biggest. I don't know how this is gonna look. I hope it looks good. I hope I kind of get it straightened up. Oh, they're good. They're good. They got to visit with their sisters. Okay, you guys, there's layer 1. How's it look? Does it look like a tree? Does it look like a tree? Now, the next bead we put on, we'll just plop it in there. Okay? It's just kind of separating. We don't need to glue it because it's not going to go anywhere. All right. I got to make sure I got all these in the right order. In the right order. All right. What to do? Is that part of that one? I think that was part of that one. It's part of that one. It's part of that one. All right, I think we're good. All right. Gently. Don't be too aggressive. Bring it down there. Now, I think you're going to be able to see the bead. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it's just kind of giving it a little bit of oof. A little oof. Okay? A little oof. And I don't even know if I'm putting these on. I'm trying to get them close to the center. I'm just winging it. We're just winging it. We're just like, oh, that looks close to the center. Close to the center. This is looking kind of cool already. Kind of liking it. Kind of liking it. I feel like I should have had a little, maybe, wait, hold on a minute. Hold on. I'm scared to take that off. All right, hold on. Don't move. This layer right here is over a little bit too far. Let's see if I can bring it back. There, I think that's better. It was like driving me nuts. It made it look like it was, all right. I'll get in that hole. Boom. Okay, that looks better because it was over a little bit too far. It's not perfect, but there's that one. Okay, layer 2, layer 3 going on. Boom. This is gonna be cute. I can tell it's gonna be cute. You guys don't even have to paint your pages. You could just leave them, if you like it just plain, you could leave the pages just plain. Now the pages of this book are kind of like, you know how they start to turn brown because it's so old? Like, what did I say? Oh, wait a minute. I think I put a smaller layer on before I put the bigger layer on. Whoops. Holy moly, I think I'm out of order. 1, 2. I think that's a smaller one. Oh, please. 1, 2, 3. Those are smaller. 4, 5. Okay. Whoopsies. Okay. I'll put that on there. Some of them are really close to looking like the same side, you guys. Try to stay a little bit more organized than me. I'm not good. I'm not. Whoops. Whoopsies. Hey.
Hey.
Yes.
Boyfriend just sent your numbers.
Okay. The winning ones?
Well, I flagged him in the system just in case he wasn't.
Okay. Thank you.
Flying anywhere.
Huh?
He's not flying anywhere.
Okay. Oh, we bought some We bought some Powerball tickets, and the guy from work just sent them to play. And my little skewer was looking a little crooked. Like, are we leaning a little? Are we leaning a little bit? Wait. Whoops. I may have a little leaner tree here. Why? It's fine. Trees aren't perfect, right? Okay, so now I gotta figure out here. Are these all the same size? Let me see. Is this 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think we're good. So that, what is that? 4 layers? Looks like I could have one layer right here could be a little bit bigger because it's not as wait. Michiganders have cornbread dressing or stuffing. What did Mom say? I don't know. I always called it stuffing, but some people call it dressing. But I don't even know if it's really cornbread. I think a lot of times it's just like stovetop. I enjoy a good stovetop stuffing. I'm not opposed to just breaking open a box of the old stovetop and just having it. Look at it. I think it's coming together. All right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think we had 10 layers. I think we had 10. Whoops. I think it's just a little, it feels a little leany though. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens here. Oh, yeah. Some people actually stuff their bird. I think my grandma, Rena May, used to do that. But I didn't like the stuffing. It was too wet. It was too wet when it came out. Do you agree? It's too wet? I don't like wet. I don't like wet stuffing. I don't like wet. Just give me some stovetop. Oh, shoot. I'm a dork. I can't help it. Does it look like it's leaning to you? I don't think it does look like it's leaning to you guys. But to me, it looks like it's leaning, but I could be crazy because, you know. Krista, don't answer that. Now, as I get down, I'm not really doing too much with the crinklage here. I'm just kind of a little bit crinkling because I don't want to rip it. It looks like a tree to you? Okay, good. It just looks like it's kicking to one side, but I kind of wish I had a little bit of one layer in between this bottom one. And hold on, let's see what's going on here. Is there 5 there? 1. Okay, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does that go with that one? Yeah, I think so. Is that 3, 4, 5? Okay. That one's looking, that bottom layer is looking a little big. I guess I could take the scissors around it and trim it down a little bit. Hello, Miss Mary. How are you, friend? You like the tree? Oh, we're coming along. So if you were here from the beginning, we have the little base. It's just wood slices. We have a skewer, like a barbecue skewer. And we put a little bead right here at the bottom to hold it up. Okay. Then we have 5, we made circles with different size, just whatever I had laying around going, okay, that's a little bit smaller. That's a little bit smaller. That's a little bit smaller. Our beads just go in the middle to kind of separate it. And we're going to end up with 1, 2, what did I say? 10. We have 10 layers. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll see how this goes. So how easy is this? You could, for your base, you could use anything. You don't necessarily need to use a wood slice, but you could use, I don't know. If you had a little container and you put a piece of foam in it, and you put the skewer, glue the skewer in it, you could just do like a, like, I don't know, whatever you have a little container from, or like maybe a a little flower pot from the Dollar Tree or something. Oh, I'm getting over. Put a little, you could make a little tiny tree. All right. Cute. So yeah, I have a lot of extra beads, but I wasn't sure how many beads I was going to need in between these. I wasn't like, and you don't have to, you can always, I have to shove them down so much. I do like to kind of, oh yeah, you could do a spool, couldn't you? You could totally do that. That would be cute. Just make a little mini one, like just maybe 3 or 4 little levels, or you know, little layers. These that littlest one, I just eyeballed it when there was nothing really that small to use. I think this one might be the lid to this paint. I might have done that with the last 2 little layers there. Yeah, the oil can would be cool if you could just use the thing from the oil can. That would be cool. All right, there's that so far. All right, now we've got the last 2, these little tiny little. What color is it? The paint, is that what you're saying? Frosted Leaves. It's folk art. Frosted Leaves is what we used. And that's really crooked. I could probably put the lid on now because I think we're done. Well, thank you, Miss Nora. All right, let's crinkle these little ones. Get those right there. Not much space here. Not much space. Oh, you guys, we have a leak. Did I tell you that? No, I haven't been on, have I? We have a leak in our 3 Seasons room. Oh, goodness. We don't know what we don't know what we're gonna do. I have a feeling that we're gonna probably make the tough decision of ripping the 3 Seasons room off and redoing it, and it's gonna cost an arm and a leg, but it would cost an arm and a leg to fix the roof. It was a 3 Seasons room that was apparently poorly built with a flat roof with skylights. Yeah. I stepped in what I thought was pee the other morning. It was maybe Tuesday morning. And I'm back. Oh, do you like my tree, Miss Donna? Thank you. So I turned we don't have a light, like, we have a switch to the 3 Seasons room. There's outlets out there, but we don't have a light out there. But there's a switch. If I had the light out there, you just flip the switch, it would come on, but I don't have it out there right now. So I got the flashlight and I walked over and I'm like, oh no. I looked up and it was dripping. Drip, drip, drip. Yeah. So that's why we had the roof rake situation. My husband was using the roof rake to, oh my gosh, you guys, that's cute. Now we're not done. Now, I am, because it's driving me nuts, if you look, the bottom layer is too big. It needs to be trimmed down. So I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm just going to go for it. We'll see what happens. Because they're all pretty much right here, right? If I trim too much and I'm mad, then I shouldn't have trimmed so much, right? Oh, I think I'm going to be good, though. I think I'm not going to be mad. I think that looks better, though. It's like if you buy your Christmas tree at the Christmas tree farm. You bring it in the house, you got to trim some branches off it, right? It's too big. It's the Griswold tree. It's too big for the house. Oh, I like that. That is much better. I got a little close right there, but oh my gosh, that's much better. Okay, so that bottom layer was just a little too Just a little too much. Now you could go another level here. I mean, I don't know how you can get that paper that small. Look at it. We're not quite done with it because we have to put a star on. Okay, so you got a couple extra beads. It's okay. We can keep those for another time. Okay, so we got to decide. You tried to, but you're waiting on the medicine. Oh, yeah. She's waiting for a med. Oh, wait. We could put another bead at the top. Let's see. Do you like that? Do you like the bead at the top? Or I don't have big stars. Like I have two options for stars. Where did they go? Did I leave them out here? Probably right in front of my face in the button. I had these buttons. I hate when I can't see what I'm looking for. I've got these wooden stars, but I had, oh, right here they are. I have these gold buttons. Is that too small though? I don't have a, maybe I'm gonna have to make a star. I don't have a big enough star. Let me see. Can I make a star? Let me see. We got time. What time is it? We got 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes. Okay, can I make a star? Can I make a star? Star. Okay, hold on. I've got cardboard. I've got corrugated cardboard. You like the bead? Looks like an old pointy glass tree topper. Okay, well, we'll set it there and see if we like it when I make this. I don't have a... Oh, you know what? Krista, you're a genius. That's why she, I was going to say gets paid the big bucks, but, you know, crafting is free. I mean, crafting pages are free. You know what I have? Hold it. Those are hearts. Oh. Look at this. I wish, oh, let me see if I can pop. Okay, look. It's like a, whoops. It's got a little bell in it. Let me see if I can pop this little hook and see if I can put a hole in it. Okay, hold on. Didn't I send you star beads? Might have. I probably have them. Oh, you guys are open. I'm so excited. Now, it's going to be kind of wonky. It's not going to be straight up, though. It's going to... Oh, my God. I don't know. Maybe I use those, though. Okay, but the way it... Hold on. Let me see if I can get it to be... Oh, here we go. Here we go. You pry that open a little bit. We really want the point at the top, right? We don't want it to be wonky like that. We don't want it to be that wonky. Okay, I'm going to trim just a little bit. So far, I'm going to just do that, okay? Trying to pop that open a little bit more now. Because I don't want to break it. But where that thing was, oh, come on, get in there. Get in there, get in there. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Let me... Let's use these the right way. Maybe I can get it to pop up the other one. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so we got 7 minutes. And Miss Jenny is up next, and there's a gnat flying around here. I probably have some stuff over here in this garbage that needs to go out in the garbage. Okay, I have probably some wrapper in here that's... Oh, shoot. I gotta take a little bit more off. Oh, I was like, what is this? This is the little hold on, look. That's the little BB thingy, the bell little whatever thingy mobobber that was in there. Okay, if I can get this on here, I bet Mother is cringing at all the trash flying around on the floor. There. No, she's not cringing. Oh, Lord, you guys are too much. I didn't ask her to come over on break and help me clean. Okay, do we like the bead? I mean, do we like do we like the bead on there like that? Do we like the bead on there, or do we want the bead to come off now that we have it? What do you think? I think that's cute. Now, if you really wanted to get into this, hello, Miss Shannon, you could just do a lot more. Like, you could do like 10 layers. You wouldn't have to use the beads if you didn't want to, but the beads give it a little bit more. I think the beads give it, like, just to separate it out. And then when it gets down here, it gets a little... Do you guys like the top bead on here? I think it's stinking cute. But I have to be nice to her because... You like it? You like it? Because she's picking me up. That's right. I'm driving you to Shipshawana tomorrow. You have to be nice to me. I think this turned out stinking cute. I love this. Okay, so let's recap. Since we have, like, 5 minutes. Hello, Miss Roberta. Miss Roberta will probably like this because she is an amazing primitive crafter. So, yes, let me tell you what it did. This is like just a, just a round base. So originally I would have just used this one alone, but I was going to use a bigger dowel, and then I'm like, no, I want to use a skewer because it's easier for this thin, really thin paper. So I had to grab another one to just drill a hole for the skewer. So it's just a regular skewer. And then I just took items around here. Like I said, I used the lid for this for one layer, and this was our bottom layer, this round, but it was too big because I trimmed it down. So you just kind of, you know, get smaller, or like I did, I just trimmed that bigger one down because it was too big. And then I use the, you could just leave it. This is just hymnal pages, okay? What to do with my old hymnals? Just a whole old hymnal. You can see these are kind of like, these pages are, there's one of them right there. I mean, they're brown and old. What did I say? 1918? So then I just took a little paint and I wanted to give it the little green hue. So I used frosted leaves and I just went each layer. So then when we got ready to put them on, I just crinkled the pages a little bit, just kind of gently crinkled them. Well, we took some beads. I think, what did I use? How many beads did I end up using? 11, because I had 14, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yep, 11 beads, because we put that one on the top. So we got 3 extra, because I wasn't sure how many I was going to need. And then to get that, like, scallop look or whatever, I used these old school scrapbook scissors that I had in my stash over here, because I wanted to give it something a little different than just like the not Rick Rack. I always want to call it the zigzag. But I had a couple pairs of scissors over here. I think it turned out stinking cute. All we did was stain the wood just to give it that, and then we put this little star, a little rusty star. That's actually, I have some hearts and some stars, but I think it turned out really cute. Isn't that cute? And you can use any kind of pages. You just, I know, whatever you want. If you're gonna paint them and cover them, you could use whatever you want. You don't have to use, but you could use book pages. If you have an old book, you could use that. I just used some of the old hymnals, but I think it turned out really stinking cute. Really cute. I would love to be able to kind of crinkle up the bottoms a little bit more so they're not so stacked, but you know, I love how when I trimmed it down, I like it a lot better because it was just a little bit too big. It was a little bit too big. So we just have a couple minutes. You guys, Miss Jenny from Rose House Crafts is up next. Thank you, Miss Krista, for having me in your event today. I think this turned out so cute. You guys, I probably won't, I don't think I'll be back. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. But if I don't see you before Christmas, I hope you all have a very, coffee filter is perfect. Yes. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. I'm looking forward to I mean, I may jump on and craft. I don't know, because I'm off now until, I said to my coworkers, see you next year. You know, I love saying that. It's so cheesy, because I won't be back to work until January 5th. Yay. So excited. Coffee filters is a really cool idea too. And if you did, you could like stain them, you know, like you could coffee stain them, and that would be a really cute idea. So I love this. I think it's so stinking cute. Love it. And like you said, with the spools, I could easily make a spool one, just like maybe make it like the level. You don't even, if you did the spools, you wouldn't even necessarily need to use the beads in between, because you'd be so tiny. You could just graduate down without the beads in there. That would be really cute. I might have to try one of those. But thank you guys so much for being here. Well, thank you, Miss Debbie. Merry Christmas to you all, too. Thank you all for being here. It's 6 o'clock. Go check out Miss Jenny at Rose House Crafts. And thank you so much, Krista. Make sure you're in the Stand Tall Crafting group. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.